show starring Gary Cooper.
All right, now we know.
You got it. Dave had to go wake up Will upstairs, taking a nap on the roof of the press box, I think.
Here we go. We're getting ready to get started here.
Well, the starting
Introductions
lineups.
here.
Starting lineups. We saw North Central last Thursday night at Miller Park in Noblesville, when Noblesville won in 5 innings, 11-1 over the Panthers to finish the regular season. North Central comes in at 5-20. They'll go like this. Shortstop Taylor Null leads things off. Center fielder Ariann Furan bats second and plays center field. Brooke McNary is the designated player, and she will bat third. Janae Williams plays right, hits fourth. Courtney Fisher, the first baseman, hits fifth. Betsy Cunningham, the second baseman, will bat sixth. The pitcher, Morgan Turner, hitting seventh. Batting eighth, Lexi Robinson, the third baseman, and batting ninth will be Valerie Ballinger, the left fielder. Catching in the flex spot, number 2, Cassidy Ferer. For Westfield, the home team on the scoreboard, they will go like this. Savannah Young leading off at first base. The pitcher, Madison Seigworth, will bat second. Cassidy Ferer, the shortstop, will hit third. Batting fourth, Kristin London. She plays third base. The catcher, number 18, Ashley Swartout, bats fifth. Dory Thompson, the right fielder, will hit sixth. Alexi Hartman, the DP today, will hit seventh. Regan Nickel, left fielder, will bat eighth. And Shelby Jellison, number 11, will bat ninth and play second base. The flex position is the right fielder, number 1, Katie Murphy.
Well, this is game 3, Craig. We'll see one of these two teams will match up against the Carmel Greyhounds tomorrow night, 7:30 start time. So, and then the first game at 5:30 will be Noblesville, who got the first round bye against the Fishers Tigers. So
Fishers will be the home team in that game tomorrow night, because when you draw the bye, you are the visitors.
Yeah.
And the winner of this game will be the home team tomorrow night, as they're the bottom team in the bracket.
Yeah.
Craig Atkins with you, and Perry Williams. Glad you've joined us. It's been a good day so far. Hope you're spending your Memorial Day, watching softball here on Hamilton County TV, as well as spending some time with some friends and family, and remembering why this is called Memorial Day.
Absolutely.
Those soldiers that have paid the ultimate sacrifice in the past, and this is what this day is for.
Absolutely. And
teams breaking the meeting at the plate, and we're getting ready for lineups.
They'll be doing the public address. We were not doing the national anthem this game. We have already done it twice today, so he's getting ready to introduce the North Carolina North Central Panthers.
Non-starters first for the Panthers. Number 1, Dory Thompson. Number 3, Taylor.
Craig, early on here today, we were nervous in that first game, thinking we may not get it in because of the weather. But
turned out to be a great day, even though it's cloudy.
But it's the sun is out.
And now for the starters.
So it's exciting to
to
do this third game here of the Sectional 8.
Batting second center field, number 13, Ariann Furan.
Like I said today, in the county, only other teams that played in the county were 2A Sheridan Blackhawks came up against a big arch rival in the Tipton Blue Devils today and beat them 11-6. So they go on and play Eastern on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. So
batting seventh and
It's definitely going to be. This is tournament time, and always a good time of year. You know it.
Yep. And it's kind of different because the baseball and softball sectional schedules are swapped. Normally, the baseball sectional championships are played on Memorial Day, and it'll be back to that schedule next year. Everything's bumped forward a week, I believe. So.
And now for the Westfield Shamrocks.
Getting ready to introduce on the public address system the Westfield Shamrocks.
Number 10, Claire Haffley.
The Shamrocks, last year struggled to get any victories. This year, I think they have they're 11 and 15. Is that right?
This year, 15 and 11.
15-11. I knew it was something like that. 15-11. So they came back with a winning season after having such a tough season last year. And North Central Panthers 5 and 20. Is that what they are?
5 and 20 are the Panthers. Struggled. They were at the bottom of the MIC conference, but it's even in softball. Obviously, Carmel Greyhounds a tough team. And
second and pitching for the Shamrocks, number 7, Madison Seigworth.
And we saw North Central last Thursday, and obviously, having 20 losses, it's a tough season, but it's also tough bouncing back from say 11-1 five inning affair against Noblesville, because they got on top first and top of the first and got one run, and then Noblesville rattled off 2 runs in the bottom of the second and 5 in the third, and rolled off an 11-1 victory. And so hopefully it'll be a little better showing out of the Panthers today, but it's a tough task because Westfield has some talented girls.
Well, it looks like first pitch is going to be here shortly, Craig. Probably 5:15, it looks like, right?
Yep.
Weather certainly has improved.
Seigworth on the mound for the Rocks. So we're getting ready to start here. Young's at first. Jellison at second. Ferer at short. And Kristin London, the third baseman, the senior. And the leading hitter on the team.
Taylor Null jogs across the batter's box, and she's ready for the first at-bat of the top of the first here. Glad you've joined us here. Craig Atkins along with Perry Williams. Game number 3 of 3 today. We'll be back tomorrow for the semifinals, and here comes first pitch at 5:15 for first pitch strike. And we are underway. That one fouled back to the backstop. 0-2 already. Seigworth trying to work quick.
Craig, our last game was quite an exciting game. I mean, defending state champions were put out in the first game of the sectional against the Carmel Greyhounds.
This ball chopped up the middle and into center for a leadoff single for Null on an 0-2 count.
Now batting number 13, Ariann Furan.
Ariann Furan. Up next, the center fielder for the Panthers. And squares and didn't pull back, and that was high.
0-1.
Fouled that one off and hit the ground. 0-2. Outside corner, got her looking, and there's our first out of the game.
Now the plate, number 22, Brooke McNary.
Brooke McNary, the designated player, up next. Inside corner, calling that a strike. He's going to call the corners and let him paint him. And she fouled that one. 0-2. And that one fouled away. First base side over by the batting cages. One down, one on.
You know, Madison Seigworth is only a freshman,
Wow.
Greg, and she's carried most of the load for the Rocks this year at pitching.
Grounds that one just foul.
Senior third baseman Kristin London pitched a little bit this season, but she's more of an infielder.
That one bounced just in front of the plate. 1-2 now.
So your pitcher and catcher at Westfield are both freshmen, and your shortstop's a sophomore.
That one fouled away at the backstop. And grounds that one to the mound. Seigworth to first and moves the runner to second, but we have two down.
And also your center fielder for Westfield and your right fielder for Westfield are both freshmen. So they're a young team, but they do have three seniors that start.
That one in there for a first pitch strike to Janae Williams. That was low for ball one. 1-1 now. Excuse me. Nice pitch in there for the second strike. And she belts that one in the center, but that is caught. By Regan Nickel out there for the third out. So no runs, one hit, one left as we head to the bottom of the inning.
We got on the TV screen right now the Carmel Greyhound girls. They're sitting on the front row here, and our fan cam has caught up with them, and they're watching this game to see who they're going to play here tomorrow night at 7:30. So a shout out to the Carmel Greyhounds softball team.
Yeah, they get a little time to relax, and obviously
Kick back. And
Noblesville came and checked out Fishers earlier today and probably stayed and watched Carmel versus Southeastern in the last game, and then Carmel sticking around to see who they'll meet up with tomorrow night in semifinal number 2.
first batter for Westfield Shamrocks, number 21, Savannah Young. She's a senior.
Morgan Turner, the pitcher for the Panthers. We saw her pitch Thursday at Noblesville. Savannah Young, followed by Madison Seigworth and Cassidy Ferer to lead things off for Westfield. A little off speed, catches the outside corner. And that one's poked into center and going to be caught out there. Nothing like reading upside down.
Furan.
It is Furan.
Furan, that's right. Furan.
Now at the plate, number 7, Madison Seigworth.
Seigworth, the pitcher, she's batting .333 this season. Like I said, she's only a freshman.
Inside for a first pitch ball to Furan. I checked that to Seigworth.
Yeah.
Furan caught that last ball. That ball grounded to second base and 2 quick outs. Now it's Cassidy Ferer.
She's a shortstop and she hits .224. As a team, the Rocks hit .281.
One on that first pitch. That was a ball.
Got to thank Craig with these young freshmen and sophomores in this Westfield lineup and winning 15 games this year after only winning 1 or 2 last year.
That ball stroked into right center, and that will be a stand-up double.
Second.
Oh, yeah.
Those big, long legs, she's quick now.
Yeah, she's tall.
Now at the plate, number 24, Kristin London.
Kristin London up.
Kristin, she's a senior. She leads the team in hitting at an even .400.
Strike right down the pipe.
She's also hit 6 home runs this season.
That ball just a bit high and outside. Takes advantage and puts that one right up the middle, and that's going to score.
Well,
yep.
London's going to go to third.
So 2 straight doubles, and London found her way to third base on the throw. And it's a 1-0 Westfield lead.
Now at the plate, for the Shamrocks, number 18, Ashley Swartout.
Ashley Swartout, the catcher. Up now.
Swartout, another freshman. She's batting .347.
And that ball grounded foul. Third base side. Outside, 1-1.
Rock's got 1 run on the board. Kristin London is threatening at third base here. We got 2 out.
2-1 count on Ashley Swartout. And she takes that ball just in the left, and that's going
gonna
to drop
back.
down the line and plate London for a 2-0 lead for Westfield. So an RBI single for the freshman catcher, Ashley Swartout, and it's 2-0 Shamrocks. It looks like we may have a courtesy runner out there at first. It looks like number 13, Grace Beam, another sophomore.
And she has a brother that happens to play baseball. For
Milo Beam.
Milo Beam.
Stolen base machine.
Yeah, he's already one of the top base stealers in the county, and he missed 6 ball games. So
Yeah.
this Westfield girls softball team, they'll run now. They're not afraid to run. And in fact, at the bat right now is Dory Thompson, who happens to be their number 1 base stealer. She stole 16 bases this year.
That one fouled away.
You know, the unbelievable stat in Hamilton County here is Megan Collins over at Guerin stole 28 bases this season. She's having a fantastic year, and also number 1 hitter on the Guerin at 525. So
That floated over the outside corner, 1-2. That one belted foul. First
1
base
and 2.
side. 2 down and 2 runs are already in. A double by Ferer. A double by Kristin London to drive her in, and this one fouled away as well. So you're putting that little girl in the Butler shirt to work out there, chasing down foul balls. And then also Ashley Swartout, an RBI single for this 2-0 Westfield lead. Swing and a miss,
Got it.
strike 3, and the inning is over. 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 left on base.
First inning, North Central, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left on.
Craig, where you got Thompson
2
playing?
runs on
What
3
position?
hits, no errors,
I'm sorry?
What position you have Thompson?
Right field.
I think she's playing center. Let's make sure here. Who's going out there?
I'll check that. Yep, you're right. She is center field. No, actually, she'll be in left.
She's one in the middle out there. So no, she's playing center.
Nope.
14 is
Oh, yeah,
Ferrer.
I'm sorry, yeah. She's in center. Katie Murphy, the flex, is in right. And Regan Nickel's in left.
Now batting number 8, Courtney Fisher.
Ball in there for a strike to Courtney Fisher, North Central first baseman.
Ooh, hit her.
That ball hits her.
Seigworth hits the first batter of the second inning.
And it brings up Betsy Cunningham, the second baseman.
One and one.
1-1 to count.
waiting for somebody to appeal it.
1-2 the count now.
It didn't get much out of that, but it really did. I could hear it.
And swing and a miss for strikeout number 2 for Seigworth.
It was funny because I looked up.
And that brings up the pitcher, Morgan Turner.
I saw it too.
Now at the plate, number 11, Morgan Turner.
We're just waiting for somebody to appeal it.
That ball's going to float and hit down the back lip of the infield behind first base for a 1-out single. And Alexi Robinson, the pitcher, or third baseman rather, the freshman.
Pitch runner in here for North Central. I think it's 3, Craig.
Looks like it. Either that or that's 3.
She's a bad.
Taylor Christian.
Take the out wherever else I can get it. And they actually added a second. She didn't.
So North Central have runners on first and second base. 1 out.
And the freshman Lexi Robinson up. Valerie Ballinger on deck.
At the plate, number 14, Alexi Robinson.
Pulls it and like she squared the bunt but pulled back.
Got her in there quick. I didn't get Taylor Christian.
Ball
2-0 the count on Robinson. That ball in there for a strike. 2-1 now.
Number 3, Taylor Christian. In for the Panthers running.
Strike 2 in there. Swing and a miss. There's out number 2. And that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, the left fielder, Valerie Ballinger.
Now at the plate, number 5, Valerie Ballinger.
Ball in the dirt for ball 1. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now. Foul back to the backstop. 1-2. 2 down. Courtney Fisher at second, and Morgan Turner singled, and she's got a pinch or a courtesy runner at first is Taylor Christian. Swing and a miss, ends the inning. 3 strikeouts in the inning. Two left on, 1 hit as we head to the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 Westfield.
Craig, game moving right along here. Of course, we'll be back here tomorrow night.
Yeah.
5:30 and 7:30 are the games. The 5:30 game's already been set. It's Noblesville against Fishers. Fishers won today in the first game, and Noblesville got to bye, so they'll play Fishers. Fishers is the home team. And then, of course, the second game will be Carmel and the winner of this North Central Westfield game. Carmel tonight upset defending state champions and 21-2 or 21-3, I guess now.
Yeah.
Hamilton Southeastern Royals.
Yep, any team can be beaten on any given day.
Absolutely.
Carmel finished 21-3.
No, Southeastern.
I'm sorry, Southeastern. Carmel's 28. Carmel's 20-8 now. 20-8. Alexi Hartman, the DP, leads things off for Westfield. And she bunts right to Turner.
Nobody there.
No one there. She beat it out.
Mental mistakes will kill you. You got to be there.
So that brings up the left fielder, Regan Nickel. A little meeting at the circle out there. She wants to get her infield back on the same page.
Coach McCurdy making sure that her team's talking to each other out there. That was a basic easy out play, and instead there's no outs, and the Rocks have a runner on first base.
Number 8, Regan Nickel.
Regan Nickel, followed by on deck Shelby Jellison.
Nickel, again's one of those freshmen. She's bats 164 for the season.
Pulled back when she squared a bunt there. Ball 1.
Nickel's playing left field tonight for the Rocks.
That's on the inside corner for a strike.
Stolen base.
Stolen base for Hartman. 1-1 the count to Nickel. Hartman out at second.
Nickel switches to the right side now.
She'll try and hit away and drive Hartman home. That one up and away. That ball sails over Turner's glove, and that's going to put on the brakes.
Oh,
wow. Obviously, you're not going to see that coming, but the ball goes off the glove.
It's
Westfield
one of those, oh my gosh, I should have run.
Medvesic's glove, and but moving up on the play was Regan Nickel. So she gets a single, and she advanced on the throw. Shelby Jellison up now.
She's a senior. She plays second base for the Rocks.
That one fouled third base side.
She's a slap hitter. She'll slap the ball.
That's the ball outside, 1-1. No outs, runners at second, third. Jellison fouls this one back. 1-2. Ball in the dirt, 2-2.
Dan Runkey is in his first season as the head coach of the Westfield Shamrocks.
And this one's fouled off on top of the roof of the dugout. third base side. There's a pitch from Turner. That's outside. 3-2. Fouled straight back to the backstop.
How many pitches is that, Craig?
7 is that bad.
Three and two.
Fouled back.
Blues are going to run out of softballs here in a minute. Jellison keeps fouling off. Having a good at bat right here. Protecting that plate. Ball 4. That puts bases loaded here. Going back to the top of the order.
Now at the plate, number 21, Savannah Young.
Savannah Young, the leadoff hitter. She's in a great situation. Took 9 pitches to walk Shelby Jellison.
That's what you call working the pitcher,
Yeah.
right?
Slightly.
I hope he needs to adjust his hat. No, he got tired of waiting in there.
Up and away. 1-0 to start this. At bat for Young. Flew out to center in her first at bat to lead off the game. And that ball is popped out just out of reach of the catcher.
1-1 on Savannah Young, the Rock's first baseman.
That ball is driven in.
Oh,
Nice catch in left.
Everybody's got to get back.
And almost doubled her off.
Wow, great.
Robinson, the throw to her at third was not in line.
Great catch out there by Ballinger.
So that brings up Seigworth, who grounded out to second in her first at bat.
Now at number 7.
1 out. Still bases loaded here. We're in the bottom of the second.
That ball fouled away first base side.
Seigworth could help herself out here.
That ball falls in there. Ball 1.
Time. Oh, he didn't let her.
That ball off
her
of Turner's glove and into right center. 2 runs are going to score. And runners at the corners. Check that, second and third.
Seigworth hustles down to second baseman on the throw. Shelby Jellison now at third.
Hartman and Nickel both score. And that'll be
4-0.
Now batting number 9, Cassidy Ferer.
Cassidy Ferer up. She doubled and scored in the first inning.
She's a shortstop.
And that ball grounded to Robinson. She checks the runner at third, and over to first she goes for out number 2. And that'll bring up Kristin London.
Now at the plate for Shamrocks, number 24, Kristin London.
London's got good power. And also a very good bat at hitting 400.
That ball's in there for a strike on the bottom of the zone. Inside corner. 0-2 the count on London. 2 runs in this inning. It's 4-0 Westfield. London trying to break it open with a big hit here. That's outside. 1-2. Although that pitch has been called before today. Fouled off, jammed her inside, and that one made its way out of play.
Kristin's mother over there cheering her on right there by the fence there.
Outside, 2-2.
After she got those 2 quick strikes there. 2-2-2, and they've scored 2 runs in each inning. So
That ball popped up and going to be
no
out of
play.
play and almost caught by a fan.
Still 2-2.
Not sure what kind of pitching depth or what they're working with other arms that North Central's got, but they may need to think about that soon with the situation that they've got Turner in right now. 3-2 the count.
Well, they used another pitcher against the Millers.
They
here.
did. I'm trying to think of who that was.
You don't have it in your stats book there?
I forget what I did with that sheet, and that was only Thursday. That ball's belted to left center. It's going to drop, and 2 runs will come in. That'll be another double for London, and her
She's
third.
going to go to third.
She made it. Check that. Triple. 2-run triple.
Like I said, the Rocks all season long, they're not afraid to run.
Well, in a game of softball, you can't be afraid to run.
That could be trouble there. It is. So London scores.
7-0 now the score. 5 runs here in the bottom of the second inning for Westfield.
Dory
Yeah.
Thompson coming up to the plate. Looks like a runner.
Looks like we'll have Grace Beam out there again. Yep, that is Grace.
Grace Beam running for the Shamrocks.
2 RBI singles for Ashley Swartout.
Now at the plate,
Wonder if she's related to the Swartouts that are up at my school system up at Concord. Chris was probably 5 years ahead of me at Concord. Coaches basketball.
Nice catch at second base there by Cunningham. Retires the sides. But Rocks get 5 runs that inning.
Yep, through 2. It's 7-0 Westfield.
no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on.
And
With 5 runs on 4 hits.
today we are brought to you by Community Health Network, also by Indiana Restoration Services. Whether you have
Westfield 7.
water, wind, fire, or smoke damage to your home or your business, or if you need your carpets or air ducts cleaned, give them a call at 776-9942. And also by Round Tripper Academy. Actually, it was last Monday, a week ago, Perry and I had the chance, along with the rest of the crew, to go over and broadcast the game at Round Tripper Academy, the home of the University Trailblazers. They played Cardinal Ritter, and we got a chance to see outside the kind of facility that Round Tripper offers, which they have tournaments all summer long. And
We got that big banner there.
yes, that big banner, 5 foot tall by 27 foot wide,
Now batting
down the left field line.
Taylor,
Nice. Quick work by the production crew as the Carmel and Hamilton Southeastern ball game. Game 2 today is already on hctvsports.com for your viewing pleasure. Top of the third inning, and jammed her inside.
Ferer with the catch for the first out.
Quick out.
Now batting, number 13,
The Greyhounds are heading back to Carmel as I see they're heading towards the bus there.
Yeah, I think they're, unfortunately for North Central's sake, they're aware that Westfield's probably going to run away with this one. 7-0 after 2 innings, so Carmel knows who to prepare for tomorrow evening. And it's obviously a short turnaround, but at least they'll get a chance after school probably tomorrow to get some batting practice in before they hit the road on the bus. And
they got school tomorrow too.
Yep.
I heard Coach talking to them about they have some finals to take tomorrow. So
yep, it's a little difficult, especially 1-2 the count now on Furan. With this being Memorial Day and getting back into the swing of class. There's a strikeout there for Seigworth.
now batting number 2.
That's strikeout number 5 in just 2 2/3 innings. Brooke McNary, the designated player for North Central. Grounded out to the pitcher last inning. Oh, that bounced right in front of her leg. 1-0. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss. He was just behind it. 1-2 now. 2-2 now. I'm glad this. We only had the brief, kind of misty rain earlier.
yeah,
Compared to what the forecast. I guess it looks a little worse tomorrow, but we live in Indiana, so I'll believe that when I see it. Off speed, gets McNary, and 1-2-3 go the Panthers. In just 10 pitches. And back up in the bottom of the third inning, it's going to be I believe Alexi Hartman will lead things off. Yep.
County TV, game number 2 is now up and on demand. That game can be seen at hctvsports.com. And the first and second games are now up on demand, ready for viewing. Third game will be available as well later this evening.
It's not a Lionel Richie question.
I know, I was
You should
thinking,
give it.
I was going to say Richie, I just can't remember.
Head coach.
His first name.
Yeah, good seeing you. If you see it, thanks for coming down. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Oops. Rocky 4. When he goes to fight Drago.
here we go.
Up first here in the bottom of the third is Alexi Hartman. She grounds one right to the first baseman. And quickly 1 out as Fisher takes 3 steps and steps on the bag.
Now at the plate, number 8, Regan Nickel.
Regan Nickel must have a pretty big
She's got a
fan
she's got a
club
fan
here.
club down there.
That fan cam on Regan Nickel.
And that ball floats in there for a strike on the outside corner.
We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning here. The Rocks are up 7-0 over the North Central Panthers.
And that ball
Nice
bunted,
bunt.
bunted
Could be
perfectly.
trouble. No, nice play there. Turner to Cunningham.
Cunningham covers, and now Shelby Jellison up. Shelby walked and eventually scored. She walked on 9 pitches last at bat
Shelby Jellison.
and scored. How does it work in tournament play? Do they have to, is it a run rule for any innings or?
Yeah.
Okay,
same.
not sure. I wasn't sure if that was in effect with state tournament play or not. 7-0 our score. 2 down, and Jellison looks like she got fooled a little bit. Thought it was going to come in quicker.
Got 2 outs here. Blue calls a foul ball.
0-2 to Jellison. And she reaches and fouls it off third base side. And that pitch lined right back at the pitcher.
So quick inning there for North Central Panthers, and
3rd inning.
so after 3 complete innings, it's 7-0 the Westfield Shamrock.
Westfield 7.
Today we are brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners, creating high-quality signs and banners in Noblesville since 1992. That's 1720 South 10th Street. Also by Noblesville Trophies, your local place for trophies, awards, and custom embroidery. Give Sherry a call for all your needs at 773-7391 and hit her up with an email with your order, info@noblesvilletrophies.com. She's also on Twitter now at capital N Trophies. And head on down to the Wofford Theater on Thursday night, Friday night, or Saturday night this week. I think it's a good idea to stand up, stretch a little bit.
Yeah.
Meet John Doe, starring Gary Cooper, 1941 film, will be shown.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Now at the plate, for the Panthers, number 21, Janae Williams.
Janae Williams leads things off, the 4-hole hitter. 6 o'clock here in Fishers, Indiana. Class 4A, Sectional 8. And back to it, and this was popped just out of play. Oop, hit the top of the fence.
Already emptied one trash can.
Here in the top of the 4th inning, it's 7-0. Westfield on top of North Central. Westfield looking to hold on to this game and face the Carmel Greyhounds in tomorrow night's second semifinal. First semifinal tomorrow is Noblesville and Fishers. Reaching for strike 2 is Janae Williams. 0-2 now on her. Championship will be Thursday at 6 o'clock right back here at Fishers. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Seigworth.
So we'll have a day off before we do our final game of the season.
Number 8, Courtney Fisher.
1-0 the count. On Courtney Fisher, the first baseman.
One and two.
One down. And swing and a miss on the outside. That's 2 Ks in a row. And 2 quick outs via the strikeout, bringing up Betsy Cunningham.
Number 10, Betsy Cunningham.
Cunningham struck out in her first at-bat. A little bit too inside there. 2-0 the count. Down and in for the first strike, swinging.
When the Rocks come back up, they'll be at the top of their batting order. Jellison making the last out, and she's the 9th batter for
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
2-2. 2-2 and 2.
2-2-2, number 10.
Sorry. There's Shelby Jellison's father standing down there, the owner and publisher of the Hamilton County Reporter, Jeff Jellison.
Taking in the ball game.
Yep, eating his popcorn.
Swing and a miss for strike 3, and she strikes out the side for the second time in 4 innings, does Seigworth. And
Craig, we need to thank our top-notch staff of Jim and Tim and Will and David for
a long day.
a long day here. In fact, before Game 3 started, Jim said that was too many 3 games in one day is tough. Because they get out here about 10 o'clock. They load the truck at 9 in the morning. So.
Yeah, and I think Tim thought Will was taking a nap upstairs before the third game started.
Will, you awake? Tim, is Will awake up there? Or at least his camera's in the right spot, huh? You can put the fan cam on, can't you?
Making sure he's alive and breathing up there. Up first, Savannah Young for Westfield. Shamrocks got 2 in the first and 5 in the second, and went scoreless for the first inning of the day and the third.
Will's a little tired. He went to the race yesterday, so he had a long day at the track in Speedway, Indiana.
Savannah Young.
Savannah Young, the leadoff hitter for the Rocks.
And she grounds over to short and over to first to Fisher for out number 1 quick. You know, aside from giving up 7 runs, Turner really isn't doing that bad of a job out there.
No, she
really isn't.
Last inning, she settled down pretty good, and she's got 1 out here in this inning.
Number 7, Madison Seigworth.
Madison Seigworth, the pitcher, is at bat for the Rocks.
Seigworth has 9 strikeouts pitching today. 2-0 the count to start off her at bat here. She has a 2-run single and grounded out in the first. 3-0 the count with 1 out, and that ball in there for strike number 1. I think they need to put a bathroom up here. That is out number 2, flying out to center field. It's Seigworth. And 2 are gone. Cassidy Ferer.
Number 9, Cassidy Ferer.
She doubled in the first and scored, and then in the second inning grounded out to third. And there for first pitch strike.
Turner's kind of settled down out there.
Ball fouled away, third base side, 1-2. Yeah, I mean, aside from the first inning through 18 pitches, second inning 31, 7 pitches in the third, and she's probably just over 10 here in the bottom of the fourth. That ball is streamed out to right center and gonna be out of the reach of Janae Williams, and in there with a double with 2 outs is Ferer. Her second double.
Ferer can hustle now. She's pretty quick. She's a sophomore.
Here comes Kristin London, the third baseman.
Kristin London.
Kristen's also a senior and the leading hitter on this team. She's hitting 400.
I think if you're Westfield, you're probably going to look to put 3 on the board here and close it out in the top of the 5th.
That's right. Save your pitching.
And they would love to save their pitching with the Carmel Greyhounds tomorrow night. And that ball is grounded foul, third base side, 1-1.
Greyhounds will probably come back with Jones if I was guessing tomorrow night. They'll probably echo pitch right at 100 pitches, but Adriana Jones will probably go for she's throwing about 60 innings this year.
And that ball is just foul.
She's a senior.
Yeah, good game today thrown by Schneider. 15 strikeouts for Fishers in the opener, 8-0. And then both pitchers actually pitched pretty decent. Copeland was a little jittery to start out. But Eckel was the ball gets away from Cassie Medvesic behind the plate, and over to third is Ferer in scoring position.
Craig, you can't underestimate that game one tomorrow night.
Right, and that's a pass
it
ball.
It
looks like it might score the 8th run, and it does.
I mean, the Millers only beat Fishers
8-4.
8-4 in the regular season. That was early in the season.
That was the third game of the year for Noblesville. I think it might have been the second game for Fishers that night. A lot of softball's been played since then, obviously. So, and Fisher's up. That's belted deep to center.
That's real trouble.
And that's the ball. Nope, that's a solo shot. Kristin London with a solo home run. And we've got ourselves a 9-0 ball game. So that's home run number 8 for the season.
Kristin London, home run number 7.
That was the dead center between
that was
right over the Fishers Tigers logo.
So Kristin London gets her 7th home run of the season.
Well, she's a single shy of the cycle tonight.
Plate number 18, Ashley Swartout.
Ashley Swartout has 2 RBI singles to her credit.
So she's got a home run, a double, and a triple.
Yep. RBI double in the first, triple in the second inning, and a solo shot just now belted that ball to dead center. 1-1 the count now on Ashley Swartout.
I believe, Kristin, if I'm correct, her dad told me that.
And that ball goes sail into left field, and that is off the scoreboard. Back-to-back home runs. Ashley Swartout.
And she's a freshman.
Wow, that had some power. And I want to say it's probably, a little over 5 feet or so beyond the fence is that scoreboard, and it bounced off the scoreboard, and we've got a 10-0 ball game. Coach McCurdy going to take a timeout to
I think she may be going to make a pitching change here. She's trying to chase down the umpire who was looking for balls. Yeah, we're going to make a pitching change here.
We will get a pitching change in that. It looks like it's number, is that 4? I think that's going to be Taylor Null, which means we'll have a new shortstop as well, with Dory Thompson up to bat for the Shamrocks.
Number 8, 9.
Wait, check that. That's number 9. That is Kristin Lamb. She came in. She was the one that came in to relieve last Thursday.
Last game, yeah.
Yep. To take over for Turner.
And did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Really.
She honestly didn't pitch a very off game. It's just that obviously Westfield was really hitting the cover off the ball. Different plays where the ball was in play. Her defense did a pretty good job.
I'm telling you, with this young team, and once Dan Runges get his, they understand his style of play and everything, I think this Westfield Shamrock program is going to be a team that you're going to be reckoned with.
Put themselves in the contention of the conference.
Right.
It'll be tough with Noblesville, Southeastern, Avon, Fishers. That's why no matter what sport it is, it's a top-notch conference. Same thing goes with the MIC. You have those, baseball, softball, basketball, girls or boys. Great conferences, as well as football.
We got 2 outs here. Once again, they unload with 2 outs.
And next up, we're going to have a pinch hitter. That's number 15, Lexi Falls. She's another sophomore.
Now batting for the Shamrocks, number 15, Lexi Falls.
Two runs in the first, 5 in the second, and 3 in the fourth inning to make up Westfield's 10. That's first pitch ball from
With the weather report,
Kristin
it looks
Lamb.
like Sectional 26 at Guerin, they went ahead and played the 1 o'clock game for tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Bishop Chatard beat Guerin 11-5, so Guerin Catholic's out of the sectional.
Three on the count on Falls here in her pinch hit at bat. And then for Dory Thompson. Sure, she'll probably make the full switch and head out to right field. Check that. Center field. Three and one the count on Lexi Falls. Swing and a miss. Caught her on that off speed. I think might have been going 40 mile an hour. Three-two the count. 2 outs. Lamb just trying to get the Panthers out of this inning. And that ball is grounded to third, and across the diamond she'll go to Fisher, and that's out number 3. She did her job.
Going into top of 5 here.
That inning, 3 runs on 3 hits.
2 home runs.
2 home runs and a double.
They're smoking it.
So 10 runs on 11 hits. And the Shamrocks will try and finish it off here in the top of the 5th inning. Up 10-0 on North Central. Looking to advance and play the Carmel Greyhounds tomorrow night in semifinal number 2 at around 7:30 or so.
Grace Beam is in left field for the Rocks, and Dory Thompson re-entered, and she's back into center field for Lexi Falls.
First hitter up for North Central will be, looks like a pinch hitter, number 1, Tori Klingsmith. What do you know? Another sophomore.
Claire Heavily, a sophomore, coming in to play first base.
Number 10, Claire Haffley, coming in playing first base for the Shamrocks.
And I don't think
Claire's got a fan club too.
Yeah, I don't think that's London. No, London came out, and Savannah Young moved to third.
Yep, Young moved across the diamond to third, so she was at first. Okay.
So Young's now playing third,
Now
and
batting for North Central.
Jellison's still at second, and yeah, okay. everybody-
Ferer is in at short. So in the batting order, Kristin London came out.
Yep. That's who will come out. And Seigworth trying to finish this one in 5. Like I said, our first hitter is a pinch hitter. Klingsmith, Tori Klingsmith, number 1. Nine strikeouts in 4 innings so far for Seigworth.
Can you see in right field, did we make a change over there?
Looks like number 1 out there. That is Katie Murphy. So I think she moved over from left to right, if I'm not mistaken.
So then,
If I'm not that dyslexic of a.
yes.
Yeah, and Regan Nickel is now at short. Check that. No, yeah.
No. Ferrar's still at short.
Ferrer's still at short. So Nickel's out and Murphy's in right. And
Beam is in.
Yep, Beam's in. Grace Beam's in left. Wholesale substitutions, as I like to call it.
Here comes the Fishers Tigers baseball team.
Yep.
My favorite group name right there.
Little practice before baseball sectionals get going on Wednesday with Noblesville and Zionsville.
At Zionsville.
At Zionsville.
It's a tall order for the Millers.
It is. Like I said, hats off to Coach David Cook and what he does at Hamilton Southeastern, but it's the toughest task to repeat as sectional champions, let alone, obviously, to try and win
Yeah,
a
state
state championship for 2 years in a row, which I mean he hasn't done. I mean, it's just so tough to do. Yeah, no, Noblesville, I think they got the toughest draw, as if they're to beat Zionsville on Wednesday night, Westfield got the bye and they'll play Westfield. So it doesn't get easier because Westfield did what Noblesville did, went 14-4 in the conference, and they got the bye. So it's just how they
But the amazing
ball
thing,
rolled.
too, and I told you beforehand, Carmel beat Westfield the final game of the season here.
So, hey, parity. It's too much of it. But if we didn't have it, what were we talking about?
Yeah.
That ball is slapped down to the third baseman, foul. 1-1 now.
Nothing's easy in
No.
the Hoosier Crossroad Conference.
Absolutely not.
Or in the Hamilton County Sectionals. So.
Yeah, so next year, with Zionsville hosting baseball this year, sectional, that ball outside, 2-1 the count. Zionsville moves to 4A sectional 9. They'll go south a little bit, and Noblesville will host baseball sectional next year, and then the year after, Westfield will host and start alternating with that new alignment. 3-1 to count on Klingsmith. She
Wow.
fouls it off. Oh, I guess it didn't hit her bat.
It hit her bat first.
I thought so.
I think that's what up because it hit the bat first.
I thought it was a foul ball. See what the men in blue think. Huh.
It's best for us to not make a comment.
14, Lexi Robinson.
No, I've always been told it's the worst thing. You can't argue balls and strikes. You can't argue calls like that. That ball is.
And it was a tough call.
Oh, it is, yeah. Because obviously the catcher had her glove up, so it may have looked like it played off like that. Or it went off of.
0-1.
Runner at first is Klingsmith. And there for a strike. 0-2 now.
Alexi Robinson is a batter. She's a freshman.
Yeah, she played a good amount of time when we saw North Central last Thursday at
Yes.
Noblesville. That ball fouled away.
And, of course, she's playing third base tonight again. So
Yep. Fouled right back to the backstop. And that's a pass ball, going to get Klingsmith down to second base. One and two to count on Lexi Robinson. And that's inside corner for a strike, and that's number 10, I believe, in 16 hitters faced.
we got one out here.
Seigworth making her presence known on the mound for sure. One away, and the runner at second base is Klingsmith, Tori Klingsmith. And that's in there low.
When you sit in our spot, you got to be really excited to think what it's like in Hamilton County softball
Yeah.
with all these young players.
Kayla Cabridge in there to pinch hit. And it's a 1-1 count on her. That 2-1 now. Next up will be Taylor Null. Swing and a miss. There's two. Fouled back.
Back out of play. Up into the stands.
Two the count on Cambridge. It's on the inside corner for strike 3. Looking.
2 outs.
2 outs.
Now it's play number 4.
I think our scoreboard operator is ready to go. She's had a long day pressing the buttons. Seems like it's been a longer day than it has been. First pitch strike here to Taylor Null, the leadoff hitter. Inside corner, strike 2. And that ball is popped up to,
she's going to score.
Got her.
Got her at home.
Nice play there. And Westfield has won the ball game. 10-0.
That's your ball game. We want to thank everybody for coming out today.
And that is a wrap.
We also remind everyone that the games today will be on demand at hctvsports.com. All the games today will be streamed on demand.
And that is a wrap on this, yes.
Tomorrow,
And final score is just a quick recap of the day. 8-0, Fishers took down the Zionsville Eagles. And then in game 2, Carmel defeated Hamilton Southeastern 7-4 to oust the defending state champions. That's, like we said, tall task to repeat anything like that. And then right now it was Westfield 10, North Central 0. We will be back with you tomorrow night, 5:30 first pitch for Noblesville and Fishers in game 1. Game 2 will be Carmel and Westfield. Fishers and Westfield will be the home teams tomorrow night on the scoreboard. And tonight we've been brought to you by our all-day Community Health Network, Round Tripper Academy, Noblesville Trophies, Logan Street Signs and Banners, and the Wofford Theater. Been a great day and a long 3-game set, but a good day here at Fishers High School. For Jim, Tim, and Will Wofford, and also David and Perry Williams, I'm Craig Atkins. Don't forget, fans, head to hctvsports.com in probably a couple hours here. The 3rd game will be archived, and you can check out all 3 of these day 1 games of the Class 4A Sectional 8, where the final score, once again tonight, Westfield 10, North Central 0. This is Craig Atkins, and we will see you tomorrow right back here at Fishers High School on Hamilton County TV.